Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Invisible Ink. You can sort of tell when I've remembered... if this is the screen it takes me to right after finishing a game, a mission I should say, and then when I hit back, I get to listen to Central, and we don't have to look at the loading screen at all. Isn't that nice? Or the save selection screen. But if I save the game and come back for another episode later, then you can't get to this screen and then have Central talk after it. You have to go through Central's talking and then come to this screen. So you can sort of tell when I'm doing two episodes right one after another, and I know I'm going to do it that way, we don't have to look at the loading screen. Listening to me explain all that took much longer than listening at the loading screen would have, but I think this is a rather nicer screen than the load screen anyway, so... Okay, anyway, so we got a bunch of money. I'm excited to see what all new missions we have available. Hopefully something useful. Let's hear what Central has to say.
Looks like we stirred up the hornet's nest. The Corps are aware of our presence and are doubling down on their security. Your job just got a lot tougher.
Well, that's the opposite of a pep talk. So a ton of new missions. Including a bunch of missions that I'm quite happy to see. This detention center is great. A chief financial suite is pretty good. Particularly right before a vault, perhaps, or a cybernetics lab, we can use the keycard to get more augments. I don't know, though. I feel like the key card, using the Vault Pass card on Cybernetics Labs is maybe a thing that I'm more interested in Endless, where augment slots are an issue. In a normal length game, it just seems like there's not enough time to run out of augment slots. Unless you're putting completely garbage augments on your agents all the time, I'm just not really that into doing that. I'd rather upgrade their stats more. So, unless... I'd be thrilled to find 4 augment grafters with 4 good, or, well, let's say 3 good augments. Then we could install 2 of them, add a new augment slot, and install the 3rd one. That would be great. I would happily spend a Vault Pass on that. But in practice, most augments are bad, and so you don't really need access to 4 machines. I don't know. And there's a vault down here we could hit instead of using it on this thing, so I'm not sure. But I think we do want to go to the detention center first. Pick up a 3rd agent. We'll probably have enough money to give them a fair bit of speed as soon as they get in, which is sort of my barrier to entry for new agents. They're not much use to us without some speed. Strength is the thing we need more. We're starting to accumulate a few items. So let's just get everyone up to here. That means we can afford to carry a few items we might not necessarily need, but would be nice to have in case of a disaster. Alternatively, we could sell the Medgel, but there's nothing to spend the money on, so let's just take the strength. We could also float some of the credits, and save them to make sure we have enough to upgrade our new agent's speed all the way. I think that's probably a fine choice. Forget the Medgel, we shouldn't need it. How much does it cost to upgrade speed all the way? I don't really remember. I think it's 500... And this one's 1,000, or maybe 900, I don't know. But it's around 3,000 to go all the way. We can probably pick up 2,000 just from a mission, so this is about right. And we still have plenty of space to carry stuff if we need it. Yeah, I think I like this plan.
This is a private corporate...
As always, forgot to start a timer at the beginning of the episode. Oh well. I also forget to check the timer during the episode, so it's only fair, I suppose. Alright, this is a slightly better setup, I think, than all the previous the ones we've had recently. Because it's not so hard to have someone, like, in cover and still towards the exit. I guess we didn't have to move away from the exit to get to the computer, is the main thing. Not the exit to this room, which is the entrance to the facility. Alright, so that's kind of a hassle. But, actually, it's, like, fine. We'll just walk past him.
Huh?
Oh, I should have scanned it. Whoops. I forget that's even an option, you know?
What the?
I could shut this door. Oh, also... oh, that's a demon database. I don't care about this. I could shut this door. I don't see a compelling reason one way or another. He'll walk here and then, like, investigate the door, right? But maybe he'll close it behind him. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what's behind this, so I'll just leave it, I guess. We could peek through this door to give Decker a little bit of peace of mind. Or we could come down here and see if there's another exit from the room. There could be. I should have left Decker here, I think. Because then he could peek. I don't know. If there is something bad after peeking, he wouldn't be able to do anything about it. So, maybe not so important. Okay, well, we come up here, and we may as well disable this guy's heart monitor. I think the thing to do is... it looks... No, that's not another door. That's the other room. The starting room. Is to come down here so we can, like, peek this way next turn or something. Okay. Seems good.
Investigating.
Okay. So a lot of guards up there, but none of them that are willing to come into this room, at least. That's something. There still could be a door back there, and I want to be sure. Huh? Glad I checked. Wow, what a well-hidden door behind triple tall cover. Let's get out of the way so we can open this door safely.
Did you see that?
Okay. Well, we know where this guy's going to go, right? 3, 4, 5, 6.5, 7.5. He'll get into the room, just barely. We could make him not get into the room by letting him notice us further in and then cloaking, perhaps. That's somewhat committed to cloaking. And I'm not really sure that it's better. We might prefer to have him get into the room so that Tony can steal and hope to get his pass card. Also, there's another guard just around the corner here, I'm reasonably certain. So I feel like I really need to know what these guards are up to. But we can afford to spend Tony's APs on it, because he's not going to be able to make any real progress. Okay. So he's going down there. Which means there's no place in this room that it's safe to be while visible. But here should be a good place to hide between turns. If we can get there, which we could only do via cloaking. If we're doing that, do we want to cloak now? Or after moving where this guy's going to investigate? As I said, we can arrange that. I think I'd like him to come out to investigate here, if I can. So actually, there is another line to take, which is to hack down this power supply so that we can run through here and not be seen by anyone. We'd be noticed, but Tony could shut this door to re-attract the guards' attention. Or really, I think Decker could just last be noticed on this square. And he would have some moves left to do something interesting, and maybe cloak as a last resort kind of thing. Yeah, let's try that. Okay. Now, come in here.
Hey, what was that?
I don't know where this last guard is the problem. So I kind of feel like I should be peeking almost every step, but I think just one peek here will do it. Alright, he's not anywhere interesting. I heard him in this area, but he can't be looking at us now. Okay, well, we don't have enough movement points to get into cover. So we will, it seems, have to either KO this guy or cloak. And there's enough guards moving around in here that I'm not very excited about the prospect of KOing anyone. He's liable to get noticed. Okay. Well, so it looks like cloak and then hide up here. Here's probably better in case this other guard happens to be looking at this spot. We can be here and not be seen. Yeah, I'm not thrilled about having to cloak after all that, but that's life. And I guess we will just peek through here and see what's up. Not much, I guess. Okay, a rough start to be sure. We could perhaps have considered pinging this guard after he noticed us. I forgot again that we have ping. But as of now, where he's going is quite useful to us, so let's leave him there. Jeez, it's hard to keep track of all those footprints. But there's a guy coming in through here. He went from here up to here. And I heard that other guard walk out this way. I also heard a pulse drone somewhere, but I don't know where. I would, I think, like to get this 5 power. Pretty sure I didn't hear anyone else come into the room. Yeah. So we can just grab this. Oh, there's 2 doors back here. Interesting. See where this guy is going back to? I don't really know. Up there. So he was probably like stationary in that position. We can peek both of these doors. See what's going on back here. Alright. So that's a guard. And he's patrolling to here and then somewhere we don't know. This way, I guess. Down here, something like that. And the pulse drone is coming back this way, clearly. Since they'd left this... Is there a door there? I guess not. Okay. Which room do we want to go into first? I don't know. This one might have nothing in it, but I suppose it has a guard. Let's go to this room first. Boy, being behind this tall cover is a pain. That guy's gonna go back to his spot, which I'm not really happy about. I kind of want him to notice me. There's not a lot of spaces he's observing. Maybe this one would do it? Yes.
Huh?
Perfect. And I don't think the guard who was around here is going to come up and give Dr. Shu any trouble, but just in case, we'll be ready. Does this camera see any interesting tiles? I don't think so. But we'll find out anyway when Decker opens the door next turn and then peeks. If somehow the camera can see him from here, this square will be lit up. But I don't think that will be the case. Could use a ping, but I don't think there's any guards where that's relevant right now. Yeah, that guy goes there. Not anywhere interesting. Well, it's quite interesting in that it's not looking at anything interesting. Okay. What is over there? Just art. There's the drone. He's observing this square. And moving to up here, as I recall. 1.5, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess he gets to here. And his scan radius is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So anywhere in this room, we're somewhat susceptible to a scan by him. And we can't get out here without he would walk into us, right? There's no way out of the room except there. So it seems like this is the room to get into this turn. And then maybe on like a turn that's... a turn where the drone starts up here instead of starting here is a better time to explore this room. Okay. So this guy patrols, as I recall, to right here. 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah. Of course, the turret is a bit of an issue. We have a lot of power, so we can take it out. Just want to make sure we play around any demons that we can. We kind of want to get through this... Well, do we? Is it that important? Where does this guy go? 3, 6, 7, 8? Goes to like there or something? I think we can afford to have Tony check that, since this guy is not going to get back into the room yet. Oh yeah, I do remember he goes straight this way for some time. Yeah. So we can sort of just hide out like right here. And then try to get around him later by coming down this way. Yeah, that seems like an okay plan. These two guards are temporarily out of play. Well, this one's out of play permanently. This one's temporary. Just waiting here keeps us out of that guy's line of sight. And there's no place else that does. We could knock him out. Let's at least disable his heart monitor, but not knock him out. hide here, and maybe, you know, this will pay off if we need to disable, if we need to knock him out later. Now, what order do we take out these firewalls in? Alright, first of all, are we near any guard spawn points that are an issue? That's one, not much of an issue. This is one, could be a bit of an issue if we ran into a validate. Siphon, not really an issue. We'll be spending 10 power. Maybe we can even arrange to spend 14. Get us down to basically nothing, so that the Siphon isn't interesting. Likewise, Paradox, we can spend all of our power before it's an issue. So I think now is a fine time to do this. And we'll just hack this last, but before moving. I actually don't know that I really needed this. I was planning to move Tony this way anyway. Oh well. There wasn't anything else I was thrilled to hack this turn. Labyrinth. Well, that's what I get for doing it before moving, huh? Oh well. And there's some power up here to grab, I guess, is a thing to do. Yeah, there's a ton of power in this room, but not much else, it seems like. There could be some back here. You never know. And sending Tony up this way to do some safe cracking is going to be useful. I hope. Yeah, seems good.
Investigating area. Nothing.
Oh wow, incredibly, this guy is staring at a wall. I forgot about that. I was thinking that he would be observing this square so we couldn't get to it, but he's not. He's just looking at a wall. We could sneak back here to steal from him. Or we could come up here and get the power. I think we can combine both of those plays by distracting him to up here while getting the power. And then just hiding somewhere where he won't notice us. I guess there's a slight problem with that plan, which is that the only way to move Decker right now involves letting this guy spot us, or, well, notice us. Where's the drone? He's up there, which we determined is kind of awkward timing. I was planning to send Tony down here, and I could perhaps do that if I let Decker get spotted by this guy. Get noticed, I should say. Like, if we get noticed by both of these guys, they'll both be up here, and we can arrange to be maybe back here. I don't think we have the spare moves for that, actually. Well, we do, provided that we don't pick up the console on the way, right? 1.5, 3, and that's the 3 moves that it takes us to get to here. Which would attract the attention of both of those guys and let Tony get down here. I'm not sure really how useful it is to get Tony down there. Because, like, up here is pretty good, too, for someone who can break into safes without paying firewalls. But right now we're off cycle for this drone, which is a bit of a pain. Another thing to note is we can sprint if we're going to have Decker handle the distracting those guards. We'll get the attention of both of these guys, and probably these guys too, if we were to, say, run down here. But we could get into this room. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just let Tony kill this drone. come up here, off cycle for the drone, too bad. Come in, zap the drone, and he's dead. That's fine, I'll take it. And that means that Decker only has to attract the attention of one of these guards?
What?
That's not true, is it? We have to put him, like... Shoot, I should have planned this a little better. The thing is, I was planning to go up here, and then I realized, wait a minute, this guard can see that spot as well. And there's nowhere good to hide from both of them. So I think what I have to do is let him notice me here, then get out of his line of sight. So this will be a spot where he won't see me next turn, although he'll be like suspicious. Oh, there's something around the corner, which is fine. I can even grab this while I'm here. This guy will leave, and then I'll have a clear shot to run this way. I could ambush in case I get surprised somehow, but I shouldn't. This guy is going to here, right? Yes. Okay, that's his path. Okay, seems good enough. Again, we do have ping, but we don't need it yet.
What was that?
Okay, do we have any new cameras that are interesting? No, just this one down here. And I guess this one, when we need to get back into this room, we'll care about that.
Did you see that?
Whoa, didn't realize he would spot me, or notice me. Also, I didn't need to shut the door. I thought it was closed and I needed to open it. Well, this got his attention, uncomfortably. Makes it a bit less appealing to destroy this drone, actually. We could hack the drone. Costs quite a bit of power. But I suppose we're about to get a lot fairly soon from Decker looting this room. And it means that we can hack this, or rather use our EMP on this. Yeah. Also, we could use Tony's Buster Chip. Right, basically move here, then 3.5 moves gets us here. Yeah, that's no good because we would be out of moves by the time we got here, and that would mean this guard spots us. Notices us. He can get here, right? 3, 4, 5, 6.5, 7.5, yes. If I could let him spot us a little bit further along, maybe? But I can't. Alright. So I guess we just finish hacking the drone then. Not too thrilled about that plan. Okay, well, we've discovered that this room is no use to anyone. Might as well see what's up here. More stuff to hack. Fine. We can hit the shop and still get up to here next turn. Although, in case there's somehow a guard... No, there won't be, right? We've found all the guards, yeah. So we can be here fairly comfortably. Monomolecular railgun. It's an uncommon weapon for sure. Armor piercing 4, of course, and KO 5 is like quite good, and 2 ammo is quite good. But really not my style, especially like -2 AP is a gigantic penalty. And you have to carry around charge packs and like all kinds of stuff. In fact, I'm not really particularly interested in any of this. Smoke grenades are fun, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they're good too. I just haven't had a lot of opportunities where it's been like a lifesaver. Anyway, so Decker needs to get out of this area. We could come down and try to grab this console, but I think that's a bit unsafe. And we should just steal from this guard instead. Grab the console like next turn or something. The security card is handy. I'm not sure exactly, but we can use it to break back into here for some reason. I don't know. It doesn't seem like much of an advantage to me. But it's nice to have. Maybe we'll find something to do with it. And then put him back here so that he can dart out and grab the console next turn. Yeah, that should be fine. And that'll let me double check that there's nothing interesting up here either. Okay, that's good for this turn.
Must be jumpy tonight.
Looking around. I must be jumpy tonight.
Now, if we wanted to, we could allow that guard to spot us here. That would pull him, like I believe this is the guy who was standing stationary here, as I recall. We lured him down this way, into here, and then accidentally lured him here. We could lure him even further up here if we wanted to. I'm not sure yet whether that's a productive thing to do. It's looking like no. We're going to need a little bit of privacy to work this room, I think. But, okay. We found this room. This is the detention area. Do I want to let the drone move all the way in there and be spotted when it falls over? Maybe. Maybe not. I can grab one of these safes on the way in and the other on the way out, so I don't have to spend a turn waiting for my AP to recharge, or my hacking device. But I kind of want to wait a turn anyway, because I can't comfortably get past this guy just yet. So I think I want to move like here, hack this, or not hack, but steal from this safe, and then get ready to enter next turn. Given that I'm doing that, what should I do with this drone? I could leave it to be pinned, but I don't actually know where we're going to end next turn. Maybe I could put it back here? And then next turn just let him spot me standing here and run back and pin the drone? That seems alright. And it helps me get eyes on what's going on back here as well. Who is this? Looks like Rush? Not a big fan of Rush, but you take what you can get on these detention center missions. Yeah, that's all taken care of. Okay, Decker has a turn to play. Why is there not a guy standing right here? Shouldn't there be? Maybe he's the one we lured up here accidentally somehow? I don't think so. I don't know what's going on. But from here, we can get to back here, which is a perfectly safe spot to be. Provided there's no camera right here anyway.
What?
And there isn't. So this will be a good way to grab a little power. And get back to safety, and then figure out what is going on with the guards in this room. Yeah, seems good. Okay. So on the one hand, we're like sort of close to being done with this mission, in that we found out like where all the interesting stuff is. But I guess actually we haven't, right? There's the exit and so on. But the exit, the episode's getting on a bit in length, and I want to try to avoid releasing episodes longer than an hour, like every dang day. So I'm going to split this one here. Hopefully we'll have a nice, short-ish next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.